The day a server almost fought a member. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon. A gentleman walked into the restaurant and asked for a table for 3. He told our server, Brian, that he was meeting his future son-in-law for the very first time. Before his guests arrived, he pulled Brian aside and said, "Whatever happens, make sure I get the check." A few minutes later, the future son-in-law arrived. The first thing he asked wasn't about the menu. It wasn't about the specials. It was, "Who's the server?" When Brian introduced himself, the man immediately said, "I want to make sure I get the check tonight." Brian politely replied,
"I'm sorry, sir. That's already been taken care of."
That answer didn't sit well with him. For the rest of the meal, he was rude. Every request came with an attitude. Every interaction felt like a challenge. But in hospitality, you learn to forgive quickly and keep moving. Then came the moment that changed everything. The man snapped his fingers across the dining room. When Brian approached, he demanded service, as if he owned the place. Brian calmly said,
"Sir, I'm not your servant.
I'm your server. There's a difference." The man looked him in the eye and replied, "Tonight, you're my servant." That was it. After doing everything possible to make the evening pleasant, Brian had finally reached his breaking point. He removed his apron and said,
If you have a problem with me, I get off in 30 minutes.
"We can discuss it outside.
Or right now if you prefer."
The entire table froze. Before things could go any further, the future father-in-law jumped between them. He grabbed his future son-in-law and immediately started apologizing. At that point, the damage was done. Brian had spent the entire evening trying to earn this man's respect. And nothing was enough. The meal ended quietly. The future father-in-law paid the bill. Then he left a $100 tip. And before leaving, he apologized to Brian. Maybe he realized how far he'd taken things. Or maybe he finally understood something many people forget. Hospitality professionals are there to serve you. They're not your servants. Behind the reservations, every shift becomes a story.